Hi guys. I have this video that's going to last maybe 10 minutes or so to help you out getting started on your assignment for this week. Now, some of you are looking at me and thinking, where are Miss Adams' glasses? I got tired of my face mask fogging up my glasses, so I got contacts, but you'll still see me put my glasses on every once in a while for reading things up close. I still need to put glasses on, but that's why. So this week you are composing rhythms. You are going to be the composer. Before I show you about the lesson, though, I want to review some rhythms with you um, because you haven't been here and I want to make sure you remember. Let's see, this is for third grade. So third graders are now learning about a time signature. I'm drawing with my mouse, so it's going to be messy. It'll be okay. Um, Time signature. A time signature is always at the beginning of a piece of music to tell the musician how the notes are going to be grouped. Um, we are only worrying about the top number of the time signature. For the next couple of years, your bottom number is always going to be 4. We don't need to worry about that. We're worrying about the top number. This top number is 4 this time. Sometimes it'll be 3 or 2 or even 5 sometimes. That just tells you how many beats go in a measure. You'll see in a minute. It'll all make sense, okay? Um, so we got to have 4 beats in a measure. When you read the time signature, you say 4 times, okay? Now, so I need 4 beats. So I'm going to start with this. You remember? Ta. And my second beat, I'm going to put ta-ti. My third beat, I'm going to put another ta-ti. Now I'm being the composer, so I can put whatever I want, okay? You can't be wrong about what comes next when you're the composer. The only thing you could be wrong about is how you group your notes. I'll show you. My fourth beat, I want to put a takatika. I'm having a hard time drawing with my mouse. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4 beats. The top number here is 4 in our time signature. So after 4 beats, the measure is full. And to show the measure is full, you just put a bar line. Our bar line is just a straight vertical line. Just always make sure it's taller than the rest of your notes so it doesn't look like another top. Okay, so this space to the bar line is called a measure. The line here is called a bar line. We know we need 4 beats in the measure because the top number of the time signature is 4. Now, we are going to count this together. Looking for something to tap with. I think I'll just use my metronome. So we have a steady beat. And then let me see if I can turn that louder. As loud as it goes. Hopefully you can hear that. We're going to count this together. When I say go. 1, 2, ready, go. Ta, ta-ti, ta-ti, takatika. Try again with me. 1, 2, ready, go. Ta, ta-ti, ta-ti, takatika. Now, if you had trouble with that, back the video up and try it as many times as you need to. But I think that you probably got it because most of you were doing great with this last year. Now I'm going to add a second measure. Now I cannot put part of a measure up here and the rest of the measure down here. You're not allowed to do that in music. If there was room for 4 beats up here, I could keep going on this line, but there's not. So I'm going to go down to the clean line and I am going to choose what I want next. And I want another ta, and then I want sh. Ooh, that's messy. That's okay. Ta-ti, ta-ga-tika. Now remember, I'm composing it, so I'm just picking whatever I want, and that's fine. You're allowed to pick whatever you want. There's no right or wrong about what comes next, except in grouping them. Okay, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4 beats. The time signature says 4 beats in a measure, so I'm ready for another bar line. Now I have 1 measure, 2 measures. You know you're at the end of a measure when you get to a bar line. You know there has to be 4 beats in a measure because there's a 4 up here. Now let's read this one. Let me get my beat going. We're just reading the second measure right now. 1, 2, ready, go. Ta, sh, ta, ti, taka, tika. Do that with me one more time. If you got it right the first time, you're seeing if you can get it right twice in a row. If you made a mistake, mistakes are okay as long as you're trying. Try to fix your mistake. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. Ta, sh, ta, ti, taka, tika. Good. Now let's read both measures together without stopping. 1, 2, ready, go. Ta, ta, ti, taka, tika, ta, sh, ta, ti, taka, tika. Good. Now, to your assignment. Your assignment this week is to compose a rhythm. Now, your assignment says to compose 4 measures. This is only 2. I just don't have time to make the video super duper long, so I've got a class coming in a few minutes. You make sure you do 4 measures. This is 1 measure, 2 measures. It is not okay to copy mine, okay? You do your own. You can choose from ta, ta, ti, sh, or taka, tika. The 4 choices that I used in this one. After you write your 4 measures of rhythm, and remember, there's no right or wrong about what comes next. It's just whatever you think sounds good. After you write your 4 measures, this is only 2, you're writing 4, then you are going to practice reading it and saying it. Now I used a metronome to keep the beat for me. I have a metronome here, but you don't have to have a metronome, okay? You can either just tap a beat yourself, as long as you can keep it steady. You can have somebody in your house tap a beat for you, or you can pull up Google, and in the search bar, you can type in metronome, METRONOME. And don't click on any of these choices that come up. Just leave it metronome and click enter. And right here, you have a metronome. Okay? Now, this blue dot adjusts the tempo. Remember, tempo means speed of the beat. The higher the number, the faster the tempo. The lower the number, the slower the tempo. And you just click and drag this to adjust it. The tempo that we were using just a few minutes ago was 75. So I would suggest you keep it around there, but you can do whatever you want. You're the composer. But I think it's going to be easier for you to read it if you use around 75. You can slow it down if you need to. You can speed it up if you want to. You're the composer. Just don't do it so fast that you can't do it right. Okay? So you can use this metronome tool, or you can just keep a beat yourself, or you can have someone at home keep a beat for you, whatever's easier. On your assignment paper, there is a link to this in case you can't remember how to spell metronome. Okay, I'm putting in a link on the paper. The Google Doc, I guess I should say. It's not really a paper. Um, so anyway, have fun with it. Write 4 measures of rhythm, choosing from ta, ta, ti, taka, tika, and sh. Put a bar line after every 4 beats. Make sure you put your time signature at the beginning. Use 4 times. So it'll look like this, except you'll have 2 more measures. You'll have a total of 4. After you write it, practice reading it, use a metronome, or keep it steady, beat yourself. But most of all, enjoy it, okay? And always remember, mistakes are okay as long as you're trying, okay? It doesn't have to be perfect. It does have to be your very best, okay? Enjoy, and I'll talk to you again soon.